I don't know if you remember, but every year in school there would be a science fair. One day you would randomly walk into class and your science teacher would be like, yo, you know about hypotheses and shit? And you're like, nah, what's that? Well, it's an educated guess. Oh damn, I fuck with those hypotheses. Tell me more about these hypotheses. Okay, well, like, let's say you're like, oh shit, why does the sun come up in the morning? Let's figure it out. I'm gonna observe the sun, and my conclusion from my observation of the sun, according to my hypothesis, is that the earth spins the fuck around. And I'm like, damn, science is cool. And she's like, yeah, it is. It's so cool, in fact, that we're gonna do a science fair. You're gonna make all these hypotheses and make a great project around it. It's gonna be fucking great. Oh yeah. That's basically how it went, I think, but every student each year had to participate in the school science fair by making a project based around one of the topics from a list that was given out to each student. Now, first off, the choices we got as science experiments are some of the dumbest fucking topics I've ever seen in my entire life. Half of them didn't even have anything to do with science. These science fair projects ranged from which brand of microwave popcorn pops the most amount of kernels to which brand of Raisin Bran cereal has the most amount of raisins, which are both two real science fair experiments that I did in elementary school. I don't even understand what the fuck they even had to do with science. I think we were all just fucking building out my science teacher's grocery list by telling her which brands gave you the best bang for your buck. Fucking science teacher walking down the snack aisle like, oh, I wonder which brand of cookies has the most chocolate chips. Let's check out little Susie's project. Well, it looks like it's Chips Ahoy. I fucking love science. Now in middle school though, the science fair got kicked up a notch. Instead of counting how many peanuts were in a Snickers bar, we started doing real projects like which type of Mentos shoots out the most Coke, fruity, or minty. And let me tell you, those minty Mentos are fucking insane. But it wasn't until 8th grade that the teacher finally said, yo, boys, girls, I got some crazy shit to tell you. You know how you've been choosing projects for the science fair for my grocery list? I mean my science fair list? Well, you see this list? You see it? You see the list? Fuck the list. It's over. The list is gone. It's no more. It's finito, done, gone forever. Yeah. Now we're in the fucking big leagues. This year, you're going to choose your own science fair idea and you're going to become a real scientist. And everybody was like, yo, I honestly kind of wanted to do the Raisin Bran one because that was like mad easy. Can I choose that one? No. Fine, I'll do a real project. Now, I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but I did know who I was going to team up with, which was my cousin and my friend Matt. So we team up, and I don't remember exactly what happened and what we discussed, but if we fast forward a few days later, my cousin builds a fucking catapult out of wood by himself, and our science fair idea has become which fruit rolls faster when shot out of a catapult, an apple or an orange. That was our science fair idea. It was great. There was a fucking catapult involved, which I don't even know how the fuck my cousin built, but it was perfect. So obviously, in order to do the experiment, we had to do the experiment. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, but my cousin and Matt came over to my house and we had this fucking catapult, which I still have no fucking clue how my cousin built it. And I had plenty of apples and oranges. But before we started the experiment, we decided to do a test run with the catapult, make sure this thing fucking works. And we take an apple, we put it on the catapult, we pull it back, and it fucking snaps. The rubber band or whatever was helping the catapult launch shit just snaps. And now we have a catapult with an apple that no longer works. So, as usual, I start freaking out and I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck? It's over, we lost, we're gonna fail science class, the catapult is broken, they're gonna send us back to 2nd grade, I'm not in 2nd grade, I'm in 8th grade, they're gonna put me with the fucking 2nd graders, I'm not a 2nd grader, they can't do this to me, and my cousin's like, relax man, don't worry, we'll figure this out, and I'm like, fuck man, you know, I wish we could just like lie about this shit, just make up all the stats for it, that would make it so much easier if we could just lie about the science fair. Oh my god, let's fucking do that. So we decided to lie. We lied about our science fair experiment and the results. We were like, all right, experiment 1. How far did the apple go? How about like 2 feet? 2 feet? Yeah, that sounds good. Apple went 2 feet. What about the orange? The orange went like 2 miles. 2 miles? Yeah, 2 miles sounds good. We just made all this shit up, made it seem believable, and at the end of the day, I think that's what the science fair is really all about. It's about finding the solution to a problem, and our problem was messing up our science fair experiment, and the solution was fucking lying about it. It was great. So we finished our experiment. I made a nice little PowerPoint for it, and we even had a video. You needed a video to prove that you did the experiment. So what we did was we recorded the catapult first holding the fruit, and then we'd pan over to the grass, and someone would be by the catapult and just launch the fucking fruit across the yard. It was like movie fucking magic. So it's the day of the science fair presentations, and we're showing our PowerPoint, and in my mind, I'm like, yo, We built a fucking catapult. This is the greatest project ever. They're going to give us 100 on it. Actually, no, they're going to give us a 200 on it because it's so good. And my teacher's going to be like, this project is so good. Even though there's no prize, I'm going to give you all $25 Toys R Us gift cards because I'm so proud of you. And then I'm going to buy a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Disk and I'll be able to die happy. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. People were impressed, but apparently out of nowhere, everyone in the class suddenly becomes Albert fucking Einstein because people were like, excuse me, but why did you only use 2 fruits? You should have tested with multiple fruits that would have given you a much more accurate depiction of fruit to grass velocity when launched for the catapult. And I'm like, what the fuck? What are you saying? How many fucking fruits do you want me to use? Well, I'm just saying there's more fruits you could have used that were different sizes so you could see how it affects bigger or smaller fruits. Like, you could have used a watermelon. A watermelon? How am I gonna put a watermelon in the fucking catapult? Do you know how big a fucking watermelon is? It's the size of my fucking ass. That's how big it is. Well, you could use a smaller fruit like a pear or a grape. Bro, shut the fuck up. I'm not using any other fruits. But my teacher backed them up and she was like, yeah, there weren't enough variables. There was much more you could have done. Blah, blah, blah. I have a small cock. This project was not good enough. So we didn't get a 200 on the science fair project or a 100 or even a $25 gift card to Toys R Us. No, we got a 90 or something like that, which I mean is still good, but it's not good for a fucking catapult project. Are you kidding me? He built a catapult for fuck's sake. Doesn't that count for anything in this world? Well, if you wanted a better grade, maybe you should have tried using a watermelon. John, I'm gonna fucking put you in the catapult if you don't shut up. Or a pear. No, guys, please, I'm sorry, no.